My next guest has got a huge fight coming up here. International Fight Week, UFC 276. He's taking on Brad Riddell. It is Jalin Turner back here on the program. Jalin, how are you, man?
Doing good, enjoying this California weather.
For sure. I bet. Nice weather all the time. Tell me how excited you were when you found out you'd be fighting Brad Riddell.
I was pretty hyped. It was a fight that was on my radar, so it was pretty cool to get this one locked in.
Yeah. And does it mean a little bit more? I know you fought an International Fight Week before, but to get on that card, that's kind of a big one, right?
Yeah, it's a big one. I've been around a lot of big cards like my entire career in the UFC so far. So, yeah, it's just another fight to me.
Okay. Right amount of time off in between fights, or were you hoping to get in there a little bit sooner?
I kind of wanted a little bit sooner, but I figured that wasn't gonna happen, so it's a perfect amount of time.
How come you figured you wouldn't get a fight sooner? Just the way the schedule was looking, or?
Um, I had some stuff come up, and I ended up just have to heal up some shit that I thought that it wasn't that bad, like that bad of an injury, and then just little things like that. So I ended up taking a little bit longer.
I also would have accepted if you said my spidey senses told me that I wasn't going to be fighting until later, with your nickname being the Tarantula. Just saying, you had a good window there, and yeah, you missed it, but it's all good.
I dropped the ball. It's all right.
Keep that for next time. Let's talk about Brad Riddell, 10-2 record. This has got fight of the night written all over it. We know he's gonna stand and trade with you. How are you looking at this fight from a style perspective from your end?
I hope he stands and trades with me the whole fight. That'd be really fun for me. Dude, stylistically, I just feel like I'm a bad matchup for him. I mean, I don't know. It's good. We'll see fight night. I feel like I got his number, so we'll see.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think there's more pressure on him in this fight, just with the fact that he's got his teammate Israel Adesanya fighting in the main event? Like, they tend to do that. They'll put some of the teammates on there, but do you think there's a little bit more pressure on him? Because obviously he wants to perform well with his buddy on the card, headlining the card.
I think they're used to it by now because they've done it a couple times. They've fought on the same card a couple times. So, I don't think it should be any less pressure or added pressure on him with that aspect being in the involved. So, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Training camp, I know you do a bit of training everywhere. Who have been some of the main guys that have been helping you get ready for this fight?
Dude, I've been training with Georgie Karakanian a bit. I trained with my buddy Rafa. I trained with him the other day, so that was fun. I've been at Millennia for the most part, and then Ruka, home gym. I transitioned to Carlson Gracie Temecula, so I've been training there a lot with my buddy Tino, some black belts down there. I've been helping me with my grappling. Man, I've been all over. That's just the name of the game. Out here in SoCal, you just drive everywhere to get some work.
Yeah, you customize it, which is good. I know. I don't know if it was for this camp or not, but Sean Strickland, I know you get to work a bit with him too, right?
Yeah, Me and Sean, we go way back, so we're always training whenever he's around. But yeah, when he first got his call, I trained with him. We sparred a few rounds, and he just went out to Vegas and just did the rest of his camp in Vegas. Cause I ended up getting booked anyway, so yeah. So.
Kind of worked out. What's it like though, as someone who's known Sean as long as you have and knowing the type of personality he has, now that it's become kind of mainstream in the MMA world, right? Because I think I remember the first interview I did with Sean, I was like, this guy's a little different. And now it's like every article on every MMA site is about something that Strickland has said on social media.
People are like, he's fake, or he's
no, that's how he is, from what I can tell, anyways. Because I've even talked to him off camera, and it's exactly the same.
That's like how he is. Like all the interviews you guys see, that's how he is as a person. Like that's Strickland. Like we got a phrase, fucking Strickland. That's what we always say, fucking Strickland. It's just you either take him as he is, or you can't stand him. There's no in between.
Do you think he should do stand-up comedy? I think he's got a natural way with words, I think, in certain cases. Do you think he'd be good at that?
Hell no.
No? Okay, fair enough.
No. He has his sense of humor is not for everybody.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, in this climate, probably a good point. He'd probably get booted off stage before he gets to his second joke or something. That's true.
Yeah, easily.
It's good weather there in California. I always ask you about this because I know you're a big guy, man. I don't know how you make the 155 limit, but how's all that going ahead of the fight? We were coming up a couple of weeks now.
Man, I've been making 55 for years, dog.
Yeah.
It's coming up good. You know, my weight's actually really low. I'm like really happy where it is right now. I feel like it's gonna be a good cut. It's been nice and hot out here. I've been sweating and running in this heat. So, yeah, weight's coming off just swimmingly.
Good. Well, I know as you get older, the metabolism slows down a bit, but you're still a pretty young guy, man. So I'd imagine, cut's still good to go. I was curious who's going to be in your corner for this fight. Who's going to be in the cage with you?
Ozzy and Anthony, I think Gonzalez.
Ozzy, I interviewed. I didn't. I might have mentioned this that I interviewed him because he was doing that all amateur show in New Jersey, right? Ozzy,
Yeah,
the World Series of Fighting veteran.
yeah, yep. Mhm.
Yeah, he's such a good coach from what I've been hearing. Like just and I think you talked about this last time we did our interview about him really transitioning well to coaching.
Dude, he's like an amazing coach. He's super analytical. Like I love things that make me think. I love practical work. I love straight to the point, like with anything. You know, like if you teach me something, that's how I like to learn. And
Mhm.
that's him. Like he'll nail down X, Y, and Z, and he'll tell you why this works, why that won't work, why this works. And it just man, he's so analytical. Like I love his approach to coaching.
That's awesome. How's the fight playing out on July 2nd? How do you see it going down?
Man, I don't know, bro. Either first round finish or second round submission. We'll see. I don't know.
Fight of the night, though, by the looks of it on paper. I don't know. I know you listen. I know you don't want to get in a war, but I could see how that fight going just with your both of your styles, right?
You know, they said that about my last fight. They said that about the fight before that one. They said that, so
True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
I don't do the wars anymore, man.
No, it's not good
Like,
for the long-term health. Yeah.
yeah, like we could bang it out for sure. Like, if like, but I'd rather stick and move, have fun, get a good flow, not get hit, get my paycheck and leave. Not see the
Yeah.
judges.
I was thinking with the fact that this fight is on International Fight Week, UFC 276, it's a big fight. Does this win get you in the rankings, do you think? Or are you still do you, like I'm sure you think a little bit about that stuff because it definitely, it helps with
Yeah,
matchmaking and everything.
it absolutely has to get me. All right, is Fiziev top 15?
He is, yeah.
He beat Brad Riddell, so I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't see how I wouldn't be in the top 15 if I beat him.
Yeah. And what would that mean? I mean, you've had a really long road to get here. I know it hasn't. I know you've been fighting for a long time. Like to get that, to get a win like this and then be in the rankings and be on the the ascension up. What would that mean to you? I know you're not looking past July 2nd, but still, I'm sure you thought of it.
Man, it would mean a lot. It's I'd finally feel like damn, like I've arrived. Um, but at the same time, it just make me that much more hungry. I gotta, I want to. It's not about getting there; it's about staying there. So, man, dog, I've been thinking about the future, man. Thinking about title contention, fighting these next guys. Fighting the veterans that have been in the game a while. And man, like it's a chess game. So my next move is gonna be very strategic, but we'll see. See.
How many more fights do you have left on your contract? Do you remember?
Just signed a new deal.
Oh, you did. Congrats. That's awesome. I imagine 4 fights.
Yeah, another four.
So how does that feel like having the company backing you? They're investing in you long term. Like I know again the contracts are, a little bit loose, but still that's got to feel good. You got a new contract going into a big fight like this.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing. Like especially like how how long I've been with them and like everything that's come about. So I'm just happy, man. I'm happy with everything that I got coming, and it's just everything just makes me more hungry, bro. I just want to keep elevating my status in my life, and just keep evolving with the sport, with the company, and crack these rankings and start cracking these ranked opponents, man.
At the top of your division, there's no champion because Charles Oliveira was stripped of his title. What did you make of that whole thing? There's some issues with the scale apparently, and then he doesn't make weight, misses by 0.5, and he's not the champion. What did you think of that whole thing?
I think it was a bunch of bullshit. I think he made weight. I don't.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened with the scales or whatever, but I'm pretty sure he I think he was on point. I think he made it. So it is what it is, though. The contract says 155 or less on the dot for a championship fight. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So
Yeah.
um, whoever he fights next, yeah, he's fighting for the belt. So he can reclaim his title. That's it.
Do you think if it was Conor McGregor missing weight, the UFC might have a different attitude towards the whole thing? I don't know. I was always curious about that.
Man,
Can
dude,
you imagine if
nah.
Conor missed by point 0.5 and they took the belt away? There's no way he would sit there and just be like, "Yeah, I guess
He
that's
he
what
go
happens."
he'd go nuts, bro. He'd lose his shit. He'd
Yeah,
lose his shit.
for
He
sure.
he probably wouldn't even be able to fight because he'll do something so crazy like just go off the Richter scale for no reason. But that's comedy though. People love that. They love to see that. I'd be entertained if I see him go crazy like that.
What do you make though of? I mean, there is no opponent right now for Oliveira. I think they're still figuring out what's going on with Islam Makhachev, whether he's going to fight Dariush, and then there's some rumblings about Conor maybe getting that title shot. Like as someone who's in that division, and Conor losing, I think 2 in a row. I know he's Conor McGregor, but what would you think of him getting a title shot off a couple losses?
That's just
Business,
it's
yeah,
business, dog. It's just
yeah.
business. That's business. It's marketing. It's publicity. It's money. You gotta factor all that stuff in. It's not even so much about like of course it's not quote unquote fair,
Mhm.
but there's it's gonna bring attention to the UFC. It's gonna bring more numbers. It's gonna bring more eyes. And, I Oliveira will beat McGregor either way, so it doesn't matter to me. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
He could go try, but he's not gonna come out victorious. So if Oliveira wants that money grab, go ahead. And then Islam and Darush, they gotta settle that beef. But I also think Islam does deserve a title
I
shot.
do too. Because it's not really his
But
fault in a lot of cases. Like his opponent, like RDA was out that one fight, and then I think what was it? Dariush got injured or something. So it's unfortunate circumstance. I know he doesn't have like maybe the wins to earn a title shot, but he's still on that nice winning streak, right? So
yeah, like I don't know. He's in a weird like twilight zone where he is. Like
yeah.
I I him and I don't know. I don't know if he could. I think he could beat Oliveira,
Well, that's what
but
I
I
think
also
people
think
want to see. Yeah, where it's
yeah,
interesting.
but I also
Sorry.
think Oliveira could beat him also. That's a close fight. It's a really close fight.
For sure. And this is going to be a great fight coming up here July 2nd, UFC 276. Jalen, appreciate the time. Also appreciate the veteran move of going in the car. Good lighting. It's quiet. Appreciate that too. If you want
Yeah,
to
man.
let people know where they can get a hold of you on social media or any sponsors you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Um, the Tarantula MMA on Instagram, Jalin Turner on Twitter and Facebook. Shout out to Ruka. Shout out to Ball Wash Complex, Hangobi, a new drink sponsor. Um, Cookie Co. I'm sad I can't eat the cookies right now because I'm cutting weight. Shoot, man, I think those are all my supporters.